All right, well, today we're going to learn how to make apple butter. And what apple butter is it's sort of like applesauce, but it's cooked down even more to the point where it's almost a butter. And it's much sweeter, and you would use it like you use jelly. You can put it into your oatmeal, you can spread it on toast. It has all kinds of wonderful, yummy applications. Okay, so before you even buy any of the ingredients, you're going to need these two items. You're going to need a crock pot that's at least, I would say, 2-quart size crock pot, and a food processor or a really reliable, good blender, but I would use a food processor. Okay, so on to the ingredients. We're going to use 3 apples, about medium-sized apples. I like to use Gala. I think they have the best taste. And you're going to need, I would say, have at least a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, even though we're going to use 1/8 cups of brown sugar. And regular sugar, but I would use Splenda just to cut down on the sugar content of your apple butter. So an 1/8 cup of each of these, and then a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and a splash of lime juice or lemon juice, but I prefer lime juice in mine. Okay, so now what we need to do is core the apple, and I use the cheat method, which is to cut straight down in a box, leaving only the core in the middle. You're not wasting a whole lot of apple this way, and you just end up with the core, and then keep cutting until you end up with small, sort of thin slices, and cut up all your apples that way. Okay, now that all the apples are cut up, we're gonna add some water, which I neglected to mention in the beginning. I use about a 1/3 cup, and that'll help distribute the other ingredients onto the apples and keep them from drying out while they're cooking. So now we'll add our brown sugar, and my favorite part, the cinnamon, and the 1/8 cup of Splenda. A little bit more, maybe. There we go. Okay, now you're gonna stir all of that up until it's distributed really well onto the apples, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Okay, so now all of our ingredients are all over the apples, so we're gonna take those apples and put them right into our crock pot. Now I put it on low, and the total cook time is going to be 4 hours, but I'll stir it every half hour to hour depending on how well they're cooking. Almost forgot to splash a lemon and foil. Let's take a sheet about the size of the top. And that helps create a seal so that they'll cook a little bit quicker, more evenly. I use foil for a lot of my crock pot recipes. Set my timer for 4 hours. And I'll see you in a little while. Cue dramatic music. Okay. This is what you should be seeing right now. So, give them one more stir to just loosen them. And turn it off. So now what we're going to do is open our food processor and start to scoop everything from here into here. The best way to get the consistency that you want is to not press the button all the way in, but to pulse this way until you get what looks like a butter consistency. Once you get the consistency that you want, then you can put it in the container that you're going to keep it in. I suggest keeping it in one that you can easily remove the top. Jars are great, but I like these little small plastic containers that I can easily remove the top on. There is one stipulation to using this recipe if you live in the South. This is a Yankee recipe, so you must take this oath. I state your name, do solemnly swear to tell anyone I serve this delicious apple butter to that it came from a Yankee recipe and my mama does not get the credit. Go enjoy it on a biscuit.